So I'm honestly, this is not a good angle. I'm honestly starting to, what is going on? I'm honestly starting to debate okay, hold on. There's too many tabs open. ADD. Hi. I'm starting to debate if I should get a vlog camera because I'm going to be honest with you. I have I have so many, my life is weird. It's crazy. It's funny because when my family starts arguing, I'm like, hold on, pause. Let me take out my phone and record this because this is content. But arguing, not in a bad way or in a actually violent way, but more just funny shit. And I'm like, I have to record this. I'm honestly starting to debate if I should get a vlog camera because I feel like my phone, I don't know. I feel like if I have a vlog camera, it would be better. I don't know. Anyways, why am I recording this? Okay, I wanted to make a little video. So, I have a lot of things to talk about. You know what? I'm just going to do this Trisha style. What am I going to talk about? You know what? I want to talk about so many things. You know what? Let's talk about ADHD. Actually, let's not classify it. Let's talk about mental health. My mental health. That's a heavy topic, and I'm laughing. No, you know what? I just kind of want to talk about, there's so many things that I feel. Listen, mental health, depression, I'm just casually talking about these things. Listen, I have a lot of thoughts, and I think it's really hard to just kind of get it together, mentally and emotionally figure out what is going on with you. And I think you know how I feel right now? I feel like I'm stepping out. I feel like I'm stepping out of a tunnel. I was in a dark tunnel. I was living in a dark tunnel for years. That's how I feel. And I'm slowly getting out and seeing the light. I'm talking metaphors right now. And I'm slowly seeing the light. I'm crawling myself out of the tunnel. But the light is too bright and it hurts my eyes. Oh my God, look at me. I'm talking all metaphorically and poetically. Listen, I know it sounds dramatic, but that's just my way of I think when I start it's my writer's brain, I start talking all metaphorically. But anyways, that's what depression feels like. That's what mental health, let's say poor mental health feels like. And you know what? Honestly, I get mad at people. Sometimes I find myself getting mad, and this sounds bad. I'm not in a position to talk. I feel like most people who talk about their mental, you want me to be honest with you? I feel like the only time people care about people's mental health is when they're figures of influence, or they're influential, or they're rich, or they're powerful. When they have a mental health issue, it's oh, poor her. I'm not saying that's bad, but I'm just saying, what about average people like us, like me? We're going through mental health and we're not getting the best grades in college. It's oh, that they start they look at you negatively, and they look at you oh, why is she getting bad grades? She's such a, I've been called lazy, or I've been called passive. But it's if this person who's rich and successful has poor mental health, it's oh, they give them all the sympathy. Maybe, listen, I'm gonna be honest, I get it. Literally, it bothers me because I'm when I talk about mental health, it's this weird topic, and it's uncomfortable, and people are visibly uncomfortable. But then somebody of influence, I'm going to say Selena Gomez or Demi Lovato, or all these things, talk about these issues. I understand they're in a position where it's not they're doing it from bad intention. They're in a position, they're trying to bring awareness and whatever the situation is. But it's if I talk about my mental health, I'm a nobody. And it's I'm a nobody who's talking about her mental health, and I'm deemed crazy. I don't know. It's all cultural. It's environmental. But anyways, I'm going on a rant again. Point of the conversation is, what is the point of the conversation? Point of the conversation is, have really bad anxiety. I have bad anxiety. I think you can tell just from how I'm talking. Sometimes the anxiety is like I'm not moving. Like you can't see the panic attack and I'm just frozen and I can't even talk. And sometimes the anxiety manifests the way I am now, where I'm talking really fast and I'm oversharing. I don't know if like my oversharing has to do with like I self-diagnosed with ADHD. I never got diagnosed with ADHD, but I know I do have it. I know that that's something that like that's the way my brain works. I'm not like I'm neurodivergent. Like, you know, I'm not a neurotypical. If you don't know what that is, just it's pretty much neurotypical is a person who doesn't suffer, who doesn't have any like mental illness or any not mental illness. I don't like the word mental illness, but like any kind of like mental, like, you know, if you're neurodivergent, it means like, you know, you have, I don't know how to explain it, just look it up. It's just like if you go through like any, like if you've gone through depression, if you've gone through anxiety, if you've had panic disorder, if you've gone through PTSD, if you've gone through BPD or anything, if anything that has to do with like psychological stuff, or I'm not totally educated on this, don't take my word for it, but it's like that's what being neurodivergent is. And so I feel like there's not enough awareness in society for neurodivergent people. There isn't. Why don't people talk about how do people with social anxiety and people with anxiety in general, I'm not going to say social anxiety because I'm going to be honest, people look at me and the way I talk and they think I don't have social anxiety because they're like, she talks a lot. How does she have anxiety? I have crippling anxiety. Like my anxiety used to be so bad that I couldn't leave the house. Like I couldn't leave the house. I couldn't go to places. Oh my God, it was the worst. Like, I don't think anyone understands how bad the anxiety was. And I'm not gonna tear up talking about it. It's like not, but it's like, why don't people talk about this? Why don't people talk about the fact that I was scared to work at some point because I was terrified of people. I was terrified. I was having panic attacks constantly. And it's like, why isn't there a guide for people that are going through this? Why don't we talk about it more? Like there's just so much that I think about. I'm like the way our society is constructed, the way it is. It's like, and listen, I'm not like, honestly, I'm not sad right now about like, I actually feel like very like enthusiastic about things. I have like this anxiety for life where I'm like, I have so many worries because I'm like, I have things that I want to do, but I'm also afraid of. Like, I'm afraid to do them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was like in this workshop for my school. It's called America Needs You. And it's kind of like this like workshop thing for first generation college students. And it was really interesting. It was like a 4-hour workshop. I've been there since 10 a.m. So I kind of left the workshop just like feeling invigorated, but also like I was being very triggered by like lots of the topics talked about. We were talking about like financial literacy, talking about like finances and credit scores and interest rates and all of these topics that are genuinely terrifying to me because as someone who just recently started working, I don't even like talking about this, but you know what? I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to be honest. Like this is my brand. I'm honest. My goal has been like, you know, there's people who make YouTube channels to flex. My YouTube channel is not to flex. I'm going to be honest with you. I see people, that's their brand, flexing, looking beautiful all the time, flowers in their hair, highlighter on fleek every second. And I'm not gonna talk about that negatively. That's great. But like, and you know what, maybe this isn't good to overshare, but like my personality, I'm just like the way I am. I'm just really, I can't lie. I can't pretend. I can't hide things. I can't put on a facade and pretend I'm a certain way. I can't. It literally kills me. Like, I just can't. So if I overshare too much, what can I do? I'm not gonna lie, because I literally feel like I can't lie. Like it makes me physically ill, and that's why I'm so like, I don't have friends. That's why I mean I have friends. I have like one or two. Like I don't. What a friend to me is what I used to have at some point. I used to have a best friend that I can say that was one of my closest friends, but that kind of went went haywire because at the end of the day, they were good for me. Anyways, ADHD going on here. Back to the topic. What was I talking about? Anyways, I was talking about plans and about things that I wanted to do. Like right now, like I think taking advantage of like my time and like our time. I don't know what the point of this video is. I don't know if anyone's gonna watch it. But if it's for any purpose, if no one watches it, I'm going to make it as a reminder for myself. And if anyone watches, if one person, honestly, if one person watches this video, one person, because I honestly feel like no one watches my videos. They probably don't. But if you guys do, if anyone is watching this far, wow, congratulations. Like, I just want to give you a round of applause because you are so strong to hear all my bullshit. But honestly, if anyone is watching this far down, let me just tell you something. If you ever been through, like, if you've been going through a hard time, whatever it is, I'm going to tell you something. I have, like, my life has been a pure, like, just struggle. And I'm going to tell you something, like, we're all going through it. I don't know about everybody else, but I know about me. And every single day is a battle for me. For example, my faith, I know like religion is a very difficult topic, and that's why I'm so careful in general with religion because I've gone through religious trauma. That's another topic I want to talk about on my channel. I like my faith, I'm a Christian, but this is the thing. It's like, listen, I've gone through it all. Like, I used to have different beliefs, like new age beliefs. I used to be like, you know, I used to read, like, I'm into like philosophy as well and like different theologies. Like, there's so many things I'm into. And so I don't fall into one particular category. That's the thing. Like, I feel like I don't fit in with the Christians and I don't fit in with like, you know, the different denominations. And because I don't even have like a super like modern view of Christianity. Like, I also have like I have different beliefs, and I know it's really hard to talk about this. This is like a taboo topic, but like, anyways, the point is, if you feel like you don't really fit in anywhere, like that's the way I feel. That's the way my life is. I feel like out of place all the time. I feel like I never, for example, like I don't fit in with the Christians. Like you know, my faith is very important to me just because of my life journey, my process, like all of the stuff that I've had to go through. Like, that's going to be another story. I've gone through a lot, and that has made me I think something is bad when it leads you down a bad path, you know, or it makes you, you know, commit bad decisions. For me, my faith has saved my life, literally saved my life, you know, and it's made me a happier person. It's given me, you know, that's what I think religion is supposed to do. Like, if you are an avid follower of religion, it's supposed to help you open up your perspective, you know, guide you through life, not create all this commotion. But you know, that's humanity. We create commotion, we create chaos, you know, we have different perspectives, and that's completely fine. And to anyone who has like a different belief or whatever, atheist, whatever it is, it's fine. I'm open to it. I've been everywhere. I've been all around the grid of, you know, beliefs and perspectives. I've been literally in every like thought form possible, so I can literally like talk and relate to any faith topic. You see, I just shifted topics again. Point of the conversation is, for me, I never feel like I belong anywhere. Like, I don't belong to any particular group. I don't feel like I can be a believer in like Christian, but I also like, I like the Jewish perspective, and then I like I like a little bit from like, you know, Hinduism. Like, I like their perspectives. And then I follow, like, if you even look at the people I'm subscribed to on YouTube, I follow Christians, I follow people who are like into like psychedelics and hallucinogens, and I follow you know, different theologies all at the same time. Like, I believe in Yeshua. Like, that's like my, you know, my faith is like Jesus, you know, Yeshua. I really like the Hebrew translation, like the kind of like the Jewish translation. I like going very deep. Like, you know, there's Kabbalah, there's like a lot of these things. But anyways, for me, my spirituality has really like shaped my life, and it's given my life clear like a clearer purpose. And I think that everybody has a different journey. But the point of this is that, what is the point of this? point of this YouTube video is that if you've watched this far along, you are not alone in your journey. Whatever you are going through, I don't know if you're going through anything, but if you watch this far along, this piqued your interest and maybe you relate to it, I'm not sure, but just know that you're not alone in the journey. There's things that people that you think are going through, and you don't even know. You don't even know what they're going through. You can't even imagine. They're smiling and talking to you, and you think that everything is okay, but it's like you have no idea if they've cried themselves to sleep that night. You have no idea what's going on. And honestly, another little tip I'm no one to be giving advice, but you know what? Let's be more honest with each other. Let's just cut the bullshit. Why is it that I feel more comfortable talking, like, let's say, like, to a YouTube channel or, online than, like, talking to, like, the people next to me about the things that matter? Why are we so afraid? And if I were to give my younger self advice, or if I were to, like, have a child, I would be like, tell me what you're going through. Tell me what's on your mind. Let it out. We focus so much on bullshit when there's like, this is heavy. This is the thing. People don't like, listen, a conversation can save a life. Not only can it literally save a life, but it can change your life. And it's like, have that conversation. Don't be afraid to start it. Don't be afraid to seem corny, or like everybody nowadays wants to like be cool and be like dead and like, I don't care. Like, that's cool. Like, that's not cool. That's not going to get you anywhere. Not caring isn't going to get you anywhere. If you don't care because you're depressed, like, listen, I'm there. I've been there. Like, we're in it. We're in the boat together. But if you don't care, or you don't want to look like you care because you think that's cool, or that's what society has made you think is cool, like not to express yourself. I understand, like, there's like a place and a time for it, and like there's safe spaces, but we should start just by being a little bit more honest with each other. And obviously there's a time and place for it, but it's like, I just wish people would just cut the bullshit and cut the facades and just be honest. Like, there's so many things that I wish I can talk about with people, but I feel like they are not comfortable like with me talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I resort to like, different things like online to talk about my feelings and talk about what I think, because I feel like in person, like, I guess like people in my life, it's kind of just like they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, if you watch this far along, God bless you. If you don't believe in God, then whatever. Just, I hope you are blessed in any way possible. Oh my God, I have to stop. I have to button up my shirt. But yeah, I hope you are blessed. I hope that I don't know if you guys, anyone watches this, wants to like talk to me or whatever, or like give me an idea for a video, because I'm really just kind of like journaling. This is like a journal format of videos. But yeah, also if like anybody like can give me help with editing to make this more entertaining and not just me rambling for 20 minutes. This is only cool for Trisha Paytas because she has like 20 million subscribers, or like I don't know how many. She can ramble for an hour and people will watch, but like no one's gonna watch me because I'm nobody right now, or I don't know, I'm not really. Okay, anyways, have a good day wherever you are. Peace out. Cue the exit music.